All right, folks, tonight we are going to be improving our boat, getting some lights installed. A few ideas that I want to do. I want to put a spot right here shining so I can kind of see the water on that side, and do the same thing over on this side. And then I'm not sure quite how I'm going to do it, but we're going to figure it out together. Is I want to light up the deck at night, so when we're getting off the water at the dock and everything, we can flip a switch and have some light. I'm thinking of maybe building a step right here so I can mount a light underneath it and have just some undertone lighting there. We're going to be putting some switches right here under the steering wheel so I can control those lights and turn them on and off. And we do have power up here for the trolling motor already. You can see our two batteries, 1, 2. And I will explain how to wire those into those batteries when you have those hooked into series. You got to pay attention to a few things, and so you don't burn some stuff up. We are going to get into installing these. I don't have a ton of daylight left. As you can see, the sun is behind the mountains. So let's go ahead and get right into it and see what we can't do. So first things first, we kind of know our placement of the lights, but we got to make sure we can get some wire there. So I've got my wire, and we're just going to kind of check and see what it's going to take to really get into these. So let's open up our compartment here. The hard part is in between these two windows is the live well, and it is right up against this, so we can't really sneak anything back behind there. So I think we're going to have to come down and through our doghouse up here and up on this side. And that'll be the hardest part. So you kind of have a chase back in there, up and above. I wouldn't mind doing that. So for those of you that don't know, I am an electrician by trade. So a lot of my tools are going to make this a lot easier. I have some what are called fish sticks here. Basically, I can use them to go through inaccessible spaces and pull wire. And we're going to go ahead and use that. I think I found a pretty good route. Right down here, these little cracks right here go into that doghouse up in there. And so I'm thinking I'll be able to just shove my fish sticks right in. There's a little bit I can fit my finger in there and push it clear up through there so I can get the wire grabbed up in there. And then from here, I can run it up this little crevice, and I can stick my finger through right there into this chase, which leads up to where we're putting the light right there. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's see how well it's gonna work, and hopefully we can make it happen. Just gonna take these fish sticks, and these are about 4 feet long. I'm gonna work it in there. Okay, shove it right in just like that. Put these down so I don't catch myself. Kimber, my daughter, loves to play with those while we're out on the boat. Open and close them, of course. Okay. Now we're gonna come right up here and pull a few more of the life vests out of the way. As you can see right up in here, that little glowy stick, that is the fish stick. They glow in the dark so you can see those. So I know I have a good chase right through there, which is awesome. It's gonna make this job so much easier. And then we'll run up right alongside that over to the other side, which is blocked by the life jackets. I'll have to pull those out too. So we're winning, and it's super easy, really, guys. Like, I have some tools to make it easier, but anybody could do this, and it's easy way to improve your boat. And let's just keep going at it. So I'm gonna be running this 18 gauge. There you go. 18 gauge speaker wire. It's super hardy. It'll hold up on a boat really super well, and is plenty of wire for what we're going to be doing. So let's tie it on to our fish stick here, and we'll get it pulled through there, and then we'll get on to mounting the lights and wiring them up. All right, so we just pull this through. We'll hit a little bit of resistance. We might have to go make sure that wire's feeding through pretty well. All right, pop that through. Now we just keep pulling this up, and we should have our wire That is a win for us. Now we just got to get it kind of set where we want to, up underneath in here and over to the other side. And that way we know how much we need. And then we can cut that end and get it pushed up to our second light. Pull some more stuff out. Woo! Got a lot of life vests shoved back in there. That's all right. Be safe on the boat, guys. Okay, now we're gonna shove our fish stick basically the same way we did the last one. My hair's probably crazy, I apologize. But we already have a hole drilled for our battery charger right there. So we're gonna shove it through that same hole. Now I know there's a path. There is spray foam insulation back in there though that has been installed. So that's probably what we're hitting. Oh, that resistance on. For some reason I'm having a tough time pushing it through that foam, but I can see the hole from up here. So I'm gonna try and jab it down in there. Wish me luck. We are winning. That's the hardest part of this whole thing, is getting that wire between that side of the boat to that side of the boat. And we did it. So now we just got to get our lights mounted up so that we can get getting them wired in, and it's not going to be too much longer. Look who decided to join us up in the boat. Of course, he had to jump through all of the seats that are piled on the back. You goober dog. Okay, so here's our lights we're going to be putting in. For now, we're just going to do 2 of those little plug lights up in those locations. Once I build that step, then we'll put one down there and light up the deck. But let's go ahead and get these drilled in and installed. So we're going to be dry fitting these here so I can get some good coverage. I think I kind of want them to sit like that and kind of shine out that way. Maybe put them even closer to that edge right there. And I'm going to be mounting them using some, let me grab one real fast. Mounting them using some little sheet metal self-piercers, because this is metal right here. And I want to be able to remove them in the future, so if my cover interferes with them or anything, I can just pop the light off, take one screw out, and be done with it. And then we're going to go ahead and pop a little hole down right there too, so that we can run the wire down through there. And we're going to go ahead and get that done for both sides. All right, guys, as you can see, it is dark. Got the yard light and my flashlight. It is dark, dark, dark. had to take a little bit of a break and go put the little one to bed. Come back out here and finish up. We're super close. I am eventually going to tie it into my trolling motor batteries, and I'll explain how to do that as well for you guys. But for now, I have this extra battery right here that we're just going to throw under the steering wheel. Right down here, wire it in, and see if they work. My switches haven't showed up yet, but we'll be able to touch it to the terminals, and they should turn right back on. So. All right, I got those hooked up for our battery just temporarily. Now let's go. Oh, they are nice looking. Woo! All right. They're lighting up pretty good. Eventually we might raise these up a little bit. But I mean, I'm getting pretty good lightage through there. I got a little bit of a shadow from the boat. But overall, not too bad. But let's jump down out of the boat and go take a look and see what it looks like from far. Ugh. Oh, whoa! I think I took a bit of a tumble. Oh yeah. Thanks for watching to the end. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe so I can keep doing stuff like this. And as always, catch you later.